What's good, YouTube? I'm back with another video on the channel. Today I'm doing a post the draft pick, basically post the Sam Darnold draft pick or trade to the Carolina Panthers. So that shakes things up quite a lot. And so, yeah, let's just see. So first overall, we have we're going to start drafting. First of all, we have Jacksonville. We're going to have them select Trevor Lawrence, QB from Clemson. And that's obvious pick. Don't need to really go over anything there. But now we come to the Jets, and they are going to be selecting 6'3", 203-pound Zach Wilson. Zach Wilson is one of the best picks. I mean, if Trevor Lawrence didn't have a really good career before this season, I believe he could have gone number 1 overall this season. But again, Zach Wilson, or it is Trevor Lawrence. So, I mean, I think this is a good pick for the Jets. Now we have San Francisco. And so, honestly, it's between Justin Fields, Trey Lance, and Mac Jones. I believe, honestly, they didn't attend Justin Fields' pro day. I'm going to give him Trey Lance. So, basically, yeah, I think Trey Lance would be a better option overall, honestly, anyway. But, yeah, so number 4 overall, we have the Atlanta Falcons. And we're going to have 4 QBs go in a row. So, I'm going to give him Justin Fields. He has got crazy arm talent, and if you're going to have a rebuild with a new offensive coordinator, defensive coordinator, you're going to need a new QB. So, yeah, I think Justin Fields would be a good pick for him. And, yeah, so up next, we have the Cincinnati Bengals selecting Penei Sewell. You just cleared out the biggest need in this draft, and Penei Sewell is probably the best offensive tackle we've seen coming out of college in a while. And if you're the Bengals at number 5, that's who you need to protect Joe Burrow, or he'll just keep suffering these terrible injuries. So now we have the Dolphins, and they're going to take Jamar Chase. Jamar Chase is, I'd say, I know he is the best wide receiver in the draft. Some would say Devontae Smith, since he did win the Heisman. Some would say Jalen Waddle because he's fast. But if we're going to look overall, we're going to have to take Jamar Chase. So with the Lions pick, I think they're going to give Jared Goff a chance. And they're going to select Devontae Smith. So Jared Goff in his prime is unbelievable. So I think that's a good pick for him because, honestly, Devontae Smith could be the first best wide receiver in this draft. But it just depends how you look at things. So I think Devontae Smith to the Lions is a good pickup. So now we're looking at the Panthers, and they just got a QB, Sam Darnold. I'm not going to select a QB. So the Panthers, I'm going to have to say, I don't know, man, like, I mean, you could go, no, we're not going QB. I mean, so many options. Like Micah Parsons is an incredible pick, would be a pretty good pick, but I don't know. I mean, offensive tackle, you could, yeah, I think we're going to have to go Rashad Slater. And that's not going to be a popular pick, but I think it's going to help your team a lot. So that's going to cover a lot of ground. So moving on to number 9, we have the Lions selecting Micah Parsons. Micah Parsons, the linebacker. He had an incredible pro day. I mean, he ran like a 4.40 or something like that, 4.41. But yeah, other than that, he's just incredible, very physical. probably going to be a really good linebacker in the NFL for years to come. So now we have the Dallas. They're selecting Patrick Surtain. And yeah, not much I need to say about that. Patrick Surtain had an incredible season and great pro day. And yeah, so now the Giants are up and they need an edge. And we're going to give them Kwity Paye. Kwity Paye is either the first or second best edge in this draft, and I think that is definitely a good pick. So now we're on to the Eagles, and we're going to give them Kyle Pitts. You're just hoping Kyle Pitts falls to you at this point if you're Philly. I mean, honestly, Kyle Pitts is just a big receiver, and he's in everyone on the field. So I think that's a good pick for him. Now onto the Chargers. We're going offensive tackle Christian Darrisaw. Christian Darrisaw, not much I need to say about him. I mean, he's a great player. So, yeah, I think that's a good pick. So, okay, we're on the board again in Minnesota. So, offensive tackle is a big need. I'm going to give Samuel Cosmi. So I think Samuel Cosmi would be the best pick for him. So now we're moving on to the Patriots. And for the Patriots, I think we're going to have to give them QB. I'm going to give him Mac Jones. And the reason why is, like, honestly, Mac Jones, if he falls this far, I mean, I'd be surprised if he even fell this far in the actual thing because you never know what's going to happen in the actual mock. But I think that's just a great pickup because he just fits so well in their system. And, yeah, I think that's a good pick. So we are moving on to the Cardinals, and they're going to go cornerback with J.C. Horn. And Horn is... I mean, I'd honestly go Caleb Farley or J.C. Horn, but if you want like a healthy day one starter, for sure day one starter, I'd go J.C. Horn because Caleb Farley is probably better, but he has to undergo surgery. And I mean, if you want an immediate starter, you have to go J.C. Horn. So we're going on to the Raiders, and they have to go into your offensive line with Elijah Vera Tucker. And that kind of fits well with them because Elijah Vera Tucker is just an absolute mauler. He is incredibly good. And so I think that's a good pick for them. So we're moving on to the Dolphins, and I'm going to give them a running back with Najee Harris. And Najee Harris is the next generation of NFL running backs, in my opinion, because he's big, but he's got that speed. And he kind of reminds me of Derrick Henry, but like a mini version of Derrick Henry. He's very physical, very athletic, can run through players, can run around players. And yeah, he went to Alabama, which is kind of bizarre, but I think that's a good pick for him. Okay, so we are on the Washington football team's on the board, and they're not going to go QB just because look who's on the board. No one's on the board for them. So offensive tackle would be a good option. But I'm going to give them wide receiver with Jalen Waddle. And Jalen Waddle, I know a few people who have him being the best wide receiver in this draft class. I don't see it. But I mean, when he's healthy, he is insane. He's just crazy. I mean, the speed, talent, hands, everything. He's so physical. And I think if you have Jalen Waddle, you'll be unstoppable. I mean, I think he's the fastest player in the draft, I think. So if he falls this far, you got to take him. So with Chicago at number 20, they definitely need offensive tackle. Jalen Mayfield. I think he is going to be. I think that's a better pick for him because you just got your biggest pick out of the way. Jalen Mayfield obviously played at Michigan. Michigan has somehow gets so many great offensive tackles, and I think that's a good pick for him. So now the Colts are on the board, and they need cornerback, QB. Probably not going QB this round. Caleb Farley. I'm going to give him Caleb Farley. And you've got enough corner talent to hold off a few weeks because he needs a little recovery time from his surgery. But when you get him back, he is going to be crazy good. So with the Titans, as a Titans fan, I would have liked Jalen Mayfield or Jalen Waddle or Caleb Farley to fall to us. But since that's not the case, Rashad Bateman. I'm going to have to give us... Wait, let's see what edges... Yeah, there's so many great edges left on the board. Like second round, because we already got decent edges. Wide receivers. Not edge. I'm going to give us Rondale Moore, because Rondale Moore reminds me a lot of Jamar Chase. I mean, he's like... Honestly, he could become a Jamar Chase if he just... That feels like we lost 4 receivers over the offseason. And we've gotten so we got Jonnu Smith. Jonnu Smith. Oh, why am I thinking of someone else? Khalif Raymond, Jonnu Smith, Adam Humphries. And I honestly don't know why we let go of Khalif Raymond, because he was such a great kick returner, one of the best in the league, and one of the best deep threat. And so I think Rashad Bateman fills up a big gap and would help us with our offensive scheme. So I think that's a good pick. And moving on to the Jets. And the Jets need... Why doesn't it say they need QB? That doesn't make sense. But I think their biggest need right now is running back. If I'm going to be completely honest. My gosh. Or wide receiver. I'm going to give them Rashad Bateman. He is 6'2", 185 pounds. And yeah, he just got so much skill. I mean, he could go before half these wide receivers that have already gone. But I mean, so I think Rashad Bateman will be a good pick for you guys. So the Steelers are on the board, and they are going running back with Travis Etienne. And he was going to become the best pick last year. But I mean, he was underperformed and Najee Harris overperformed, so that's why. But now the Jags are on the board, and they're taking a safety. Where is he? Full safety. Trevon Moehrig is the best safety, in my opinion, this draft class. So I think Trevon Moehrig would definitely fill a lot of holes, and Trevon Moehrig is the best safety in this draft, as I said. Full safety or strong safety. Just out of all of them, he's the best. So I think that's a good pickup for the Jags. Fills up 2 big needs you needed with Trevor Lawrence and now Trevon Moehrig. So Cleveland's on the board. They're taking an edge. And they're going to take... Man, he's far down. Gregory Rousseau. How is he that far down? That's crazy. But out of these, Jalen Phillips, behavioral issues. Azeez Ojulari, very talented, not like Gregory Rousseau. Joseph Osai, second or third rounder. Jason Away, same with him, second or third rounder. Bashman, second rounder. So all of these guys have their own issues or is in a first round talent. So I think that's a good pickup. And Gregory Rousseau, that's a steal for him because he was going in the early first round before he opted out of the season. So I think that's a good pickup. So we are on the board, or the Ravens are on the board now, and they need edge as well. So they're going to take his chance with Jalen Phillips. And most people have him as their best edge in this draft class, but I don't see it. But, hey. So now the Saints, and they're taking Jeremiah Osuku Koramora. He is 6'1", 215 pounds. His pro day was unbelievable. And just add to that talent on that Saints team that you already have. So now we have the Packers, and they're taking they're taking Kadarius Toney. And Kadarius Toney is a freak athlete. He is probably he's the best wide receiver on Florida last year. Biggest threat other than Kyle Pitts. And Toney just fits so well into the Green Bay system. So enough talking. I need to go on to cornerback. And Greg Newsome, the second steal. He could have gone to the Titans, honestly, at number 22. But Titans went receiver, so that's a steal. Kansas City, they need offensive tackle. I'm gonna give him Leatherwood. Leatherwood just didn't have a great senior bowl, but other than that, he's a great talent. So I think that's a good pickup. Now we have the Buccaneers, and they're taking interior offensive line, Wyatt Davis. And so, that's our first round mock draft. We'll be posting so much mock drafts coming up. So if you liked the video, please go ahead, hit that subscribe button. It's completely free. It helps us out a lot. And you'll stay up to date with mock drafts from around the league and from other leagues too. So that's the video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. And comment down below your thoughts. Thank you guys for watching. Please like, subscribe, turn on the post notifications, and thank you guys for watching.